This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
Just hours ago, the start of the demolition process for the former Jamestown Mall in North St. Louis County. Thank you for joining us at 4. I'm Brent Solomon.
And I'm Kay Quinn. Today, St. Louis County and state leaders came together to mark the beginning of the end of the North County landmark. Our Mercedes McKay was there and has details.
Jamestown Mall has been sitting like this empty for nearly a decade. It's become an eyesore in this community for so many years. That's why leaders work tirelessly to get this demolition started. The once popular shopping center was torn down nearly 50 years to the day it opened back in 1973. Jamestown Mall officially shut its doors in 2014 and has been falling apart ever since. This year alone, 2 fires caused significant damage to the building. Several county and state leaders have been working for years to get the money to fund the demolition and create a new future.
This is by far the most personal and important one to me because of the fact that we have a direct opportunity to revitalize our community and do something that has not been done before, and that is to demolish the former Jamestown Mall.
Now, the $1 million question here is what's next for the 145-acre property. Leaders said today that that's still unknown, but they do know what the community will support, and that'll help them in the future. In North County, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
Demolition is expected to take several months and should be complete by early next summer.
President Biden made his way to Michigan today, where he made history, walking with striking UAW workers. He is the first ever sitting president to do that.
This just about a day before former President Donald Trump is set to speak to striking workers as well. NBC's Jay Gray reports from Michigan.
Hey there, good evening, and you can see just behind me the strike continuing here outside of the Ford plant in Wayne, Michigan. Striking union members outside the gates of this plant and plants not only across Michigan, but the entire U.S. right now as the strike continues between UAW workers and the 3 U.S. automakers. Today, history made just a few miles from here. President Joe Biden becoming the first sitting president to ever stand shoulder to shoulder with striking workers, and he made it very clear why he was here and whose side he's on in this fight.
Stick with it, because you deserve the significant raise you need and other benefits.
Let's get it!
Let's get back what we lost, okay? Yeah! We say them, it's about time them to step up for us.
And the president's visit coming just a day before the former president, his predecessor, as well as the front runner for the 2024 Republican nomination, Donald Trump, makes a trip to the Detroit area where he's expected to visit with auto workers as well. So the picket line becoming very political right now. As for the main sticking point in the negotiations here, it still continues to be centered around pay and compensation. The union has asked for a 40% raise for employees, 20% of that up front. The automakers have reportedly responded, offering about half of that, 21%, with 10% coming right off the bat. Negotiations are continuing, and union leaders have made it very clear that they are willing and ready to call out thousands of additional workers from the production line to the picket line if both sides can't find some common ground pretty quickly. That's the latest here in Wayne, Michigan. I'm Jay Gray. Now back to you.
Well, September is National Preparedness Month, and weather-related disasters can happen when you least expect them. In 2021, deadly December tornadoes struck east and west of St. Louis County, killing people at the Amazon distribution facility in Edwardsville and near Defiance. Ben Herzog from the National Weather Service says while we usually think of tornadoes happening during spring, they can pop up as late as December.
And actually in the wintertime when we do see tornadoes, they tend to be on the stronger side. We get into the spring and especially the summertime, we get more tornadoes, but they tend to be a little bit weaker a lot of times. But in the wintertime, they can be stronger, much like we saw in December of 2021.
So when you prepare for bad weather, the National Weather Service says assess your needs, including medication, phones, and chargers. Also make sure that you have a plan for what to do with your pets, and make sure you have a survival kit. They also suggest engaging with your support network of family and friends to all stay safe during a disaster.
All right, we may be seeing some scattered Showers, maybe some storms tonight, but we are not expecting any tornadoes.
Very good.
Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell here with a look at our Weather First forecast.
In
Scott?
fact, in general, severe thunderstorms don't really look to be on the table. Yes, there'll be a couple that are a little bit stronger than others, but for the most part, you're going to be looking at run-of-the-mill downpours and some thunder and lightning, and you'll already be inside by later tonight when it's a little more widespread, as most of us will be sleeping at that point. Right now, depending on where you are, some of us are mostly sunny and near 90 degrees. That includes Lambert. Others of us actually seeing a downpour too. There are some scattered showers and a few rumbles of thunder. They continue to pop up across the area. Again, as we look down towards Arnold, we're finding some showers in the vicinity. You have some thunder out towards Cedar Hill too. Doubtful we're even going to get small hail out of this. You look back up towards Millwood and just north of Truxton here towards Hawk Point, that area looking at some showers and storms. We've also seen some slide through Litchfield. That's over now towards Ramsey, Illinois. Most of the more intense thunderstorms have been over in Indiana, northern portions of Illinois, closer to where that energy is. We're right at 90 degrees in St. Louis right now. Good thing it's coming without the humidity. All right, looking over in Kirkwood, yeah, there's some kids out there playing at the farmers market. They've got the hay bales all set up and everything's ready to go. We'll see if we get some rain there this evening. Chances will increase later tonight, and during the overnight hours into very early tomorrow is the best chance. Downpours for some, but not all, and then those showers will shift away early on Wednesday. Catch you in a few minutes. We'll talk about our warm weekend ahead. All
right, Scott, stay close. For more information about weather where you live at any time, you can text the word weather to 314-425-5355.
Mid-America Airport in Mascoutah was buzzing this afternoon, but not for the reasons you might think. The airport hosted a full-scale emergency exercise. It ended about 90 minutes ago. The disaster drill involved an aircraft that experienced multiple bird strikes and needed to make a hard landing on the runway, causing a fire and structural damage. The goal was to effectively communicate critical information between the airport and first responders.